Bloody hell, is that what I think it is? Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Oh my god, that's iOS 16! And I'm not British anymore. I'm a good old American. I'm a good old American. Hey, what's up, guys? It's American boy Sam here, back with another video. Anyway, guys, welcome back to an Apple News update. We are talking all about our first look of iOS 16 today that Apple previewed, and also going over the flat edge Apple Watch Series 8 rumors. Just like Apple did last year ahead of iOS 15, Apple has previewed a bunch of incredible new accessibility features coming not only to iOS 16 later this year, but also the new version of macOS, watchOS, and more. This press release is meaty, okay? I was just sitting here reading about all these features going... So we're going to jump into everything. Just keep in mind, this is only the accessibility portion of iOS 16 that Apple has previewed. There should be a lot of other things coming according to recent reports, but Apple's not showing that. These are just the accessibility features, starting off with door detection.
Closed door 8 feet away. Text. Muffin to write home about bakery.
Apple even has a video to showcase this one where it'll show you the attributes, signs, and even whether it's open or closed. And the way this works so accurately is by using the LiDAR sensor on devices to make sure that you're getting that precise measurement. But that's just the start of things. Following that is Apple Watch mirroring, where to take advantage of the assistive touch features on the iPhone, you'll be able to mirror your Apple Watch's display to your phone so that you can use your phone as the input device. Obviously, the Apple Watch has a lot of great features, but it's a different interface than the phone. So if you mirror it, you get all those features and you can interact with the watch through the phone. Think of airplaying content to your TV, only from your Apple Watch to your phone. And while we're on the Apple Watch, Apple is also introducing quick actions where you can pinch or tap to do things that you weren't able to do before. Next up is live captions, which I would argue is probably going to be the most useful to the greatest number of people here, as it automatically transcribes in real time what a person on a FaceTime call or a video or piece of media is saying.
So the craziest thing happened to me today. I ran out to get an iced coffee, typical me. Do you remember Damien from freshman year? He had that little bowl cut.
And it's really the video from Apple that sells me here, as a picture could show words on the screen like Apple has. Apple does have an image here that shows live transcription, but seeing it in real time as a person's talking is super cool. But also, can we get some F's in the chat for Damien here? I mean, on top of this great demo, they are just shading the hell out of this man's bowl cut. So he's gonna need some love from you guys in the comments. We love you, Damien. Following that is a feature called Buddy Controller, where it essentially allows you to play video games with someone who may have accessibility needs. Basically, you can control two controllers as one input. So like if they can't move the joystick, but you can like help them move the joystick. This is like, whoever thought of this, man, that's so neat. Like you can literally help someone play video games and you can play a game together. And as somebody who loves video games, man, thank you, Apple. This is so cool. Next up, VoiceOver gains support for more than 20 new locales and languages like Bengali, Bulgarian, Catalan, Ukrainian, and Vietnamese. For Siri, there's a new pause time option, so users with speech disabilities can adjust how long Siri waits before actually responding to a request. And a VoiceOver spelling mode too, where you can specifically dictate how to spell specific words if it's maybe a different spelling, like per letter you can go. Sound recognition, which can give you alerts if you hear a baby crying or a dog barking, for example, now gets even better with custom recognition. So if you have a very specific doorbell chime that wasn't recognized before, you can now set it to the specific chime will give you a notification so you know exactly what you're hearing. And finally, for Apple Books, there are new themes and custom options like word spacing, so you can even have better accessibility for viewing content in the Books app. And guys, again, remember, these are just the accessibility features that we're getting a first look at. There is a much larger iOS 16 update that Apple will unveil in its entirety on June 6th at WWDC, an event that I will actually be at. And it really does look like iOS 16 is going to be the largest update since iOS 7, as Mark Gurman in his latest report says that the public beta of iOS 16 has been delayed until beta 3 in the cycle instead of beta 2, where it normally comes out. This is apparently happening because the current version of iOS 16 is pretty buggy, and I can only assume that that means there are a ton of of features Apple has packed in here. I mean, with all the accessibility stuff by itself, iOS 16 is gonna be nuts. These nuts still be in my mouth from all of the Apple Watch Series 7 leaks last year. You remember this image that we saw everywhere, that every single news website covered, because 3 independent sources, from Guo Minqi to John Prosser to Mark Gurman, all reported that the Apple Watch would see this new flat edge design, only at the actual Apple event to see Apple unveil an Apple Watch that was more round than ever before. Oh, you can't make this up, man. You can't make it up. So I am back today to apparently gaslight you again by telling you that the Apple Watch Series 8 is when we're gonna see this design. This time though, we're hearing it from an entirely new source, Shrimp Apple Pro, who is quickly rising to prominence as a trusted leaker. He tells us that the screen is a new flat design. And while in a tweet he cannot confirm that the body is the same thing, I mean,
you don't have to like be a big brain boy. You don't have to look like me. Okay? You don't have to look at me to say if it's gonna be a completely flat screen, the rest of it's gonna be flat too.
You do have to be smart though to see this leak in context, because you might look at this and say, okay, cool, then every single Apple Watch Series 8 is gonna look like this. Apple is gonna change the design yet again to flat edge across the board. Other people have said that, but I do not believe that's going to be the case. In fact, I don't even believe that a little bit. I specifically believe that since we have seen from the beginning, Apple was never planning a flat edge look for every model. From the get-go, this design was never for all Apple Watches, but an all-new model called the Explorer Edition Apple Watch, or the rugged version, aimed at extreme sports athletes or general people that were looking for more durability from their Apple Watch. Because I won't lie, the current version, I feel like it scratches decently easily, and even the sides, they'd chip if you start bumping it around, at least on the aluminum model. So Apple said, hey, that's fine, that's the low-cost model, but if you want something special, we're gonna literally change the structure to make it better. I mean, just look at the iPhone 12 and 13. As soon as Apple made the edges of those flat, the durability increased substantially. They were way less likely to crack, and even though they still did, it wasn't nearly as common as it used to be with new glass and harder edges. So mystery solved. I 100% believe in my heart that is happening. I just know it in my bones, and no one will tell me differently. And these recent renders from Ian Zelbo and John Prosser look stunning. Like, the design really will look a lot different than the current Apple Watch. But I'm also glad it's not coming to every model, because as rugged as this will be, it doesn't scream comfortable. The Apple Watch being rounded right now just glides across your skin, and I've definitely noticed that the harder edges of the iPhone dig into my hand as I hold it for long periods of time. But that's of course the trade-off that you pay for something that's just stronger. So yes, I like it, but I like it where it's at and where it's gonna be. I really hope we don't see this on the entire Apple Watch line, and I think Apple's smart enough to have tested it to know this, which is why they're gonna do it on one model, and hey, maybe it expands in the future, but start with the Explorer Edition coming later this year. So guys, that's the latest Apple news. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.